beautiful soul, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily the Mystic, and I am so excited that you are here with me today. We're talking about a very hot topic in the spiritual community. That is lucky girl syndrome. You've probably seen it all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over everywhere. So we're going to be talking about that today and my perspective on it, because I feel like lucky girl syndrome is such a vibe and is something that I have been successfully able to implement in my own life, and therefore I feel called to really share with you how I can help you do this too if you are interested in learning more about this particular manifestation method and topic. If you are a returner to my YouTube channel, you know that I am known for doing my Cosmic Connections content where I communicate with different galactic beings and talk about what it means to be a starseed from different places out there in our universe. I promise we'll be getting more Cosmic Connections content on this channel, but in the meantime, I think it's really important that I talk about this topic today as something that because it may be something that you're really curious about and you are wanting to know how you can make lucky girl syndrome work for you and what's Emily the Mystic's conception of what this is. So let's dive into it. Now, if you're not familiar with lucky girl syndrome, let's start at the very beginning, what this is, where did this come from, and what is sort of the manifestation information around what lucky girl syndrome is. So, by the way, lucky girl syndrome is a term that I did not coin or create. I am not the first person to talk about this. In fact, I'm not 100% sure who is the person who first coined this or first created this, because I feel like there are a lot of people talking about it right now. And again, I love the fact that these topics do go viral, because then we can all provide different perspectives and be a contribution to the conversation about that topic. So lucky girl syndrome is a manifestation method, and anyone with lucky girl syndrome is going to be somebody who automatically believes that they are lucky, and who has the belief system that everything just always naturally works out for them, that life is easy, that opportunities are endless, and everything just seems to flow to them. So you may have, when you hear those words, you may have a friend who automatically pops up in your mind, the friend who never really has had to work hard for anything. Perhaps opportunities have just landed in their lap. Perhaps they always have a new love interest, or they always are attracting money in abundance, or whatever your definition is of luck. But you probably, and maybe you even resonate with being a lucky person yourself. Maybe you've been blessed with a lot of really awesome things to be grateful for in this lifetime, material or not. Health-wise, perhaps you've been really lucky in this lifetime. I feel like we can all find one area of our life where we've been particularly lucky, right? Where we've had things just naturally be able to flow. And then maybe perhaps there are other areas of our life that feel a little bit more challenging, or like they were requiring a lot more healing. So the purpose of lucky girl syndrome is to help people be and find their most lucky self, and to really believe in the fact that everything good happens to them. I am one of those people where I have been blessed with a lot of things in this lifetime to be grateful for. And when I was growing up, if I ever went to a fair or some sort of like community event and there were prizes or things to win, I was always a person winning a prize, always manifesting a raffle basket or, something, free money or whatever the thing was. I have also been very lucky in that I just tend to attract good opportunities and great circumstances for myself. And over the holidays, before this trend even went viral, I was thinking to myself, if I've been able to do this for myself and just naturally kind of be in that state of being, it must be possible for me to be able to teach this to other people. And I had some family members ask me back in December, they asked me, Emily, you just seem to kind of float through life and you always make it look easy. How do you do it? And I said to them, literally point blank, before, again, Lucky Girl Syndrome even went viral or people began to talk about it, I said, I have the belief system that everything always works out for me, and it always does. And I've really continued to live in that energy for a long time. And therefore, now I feel called to teach you how to embody that state of being as well. So that's why I feel called to talk about this topic, because we all have access to being in our most lucky energy. We all have access to allowing good things to happen to us. A big piece of that is the allowance part, because sometimes no matter how much we consciously want to manifest positive things, there can be a part of us who is resisting the positive change. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. But before we do that, let's talk about what Lucky Girl Syndrome is rooted in. It is rooted in a very popular manifestation concept, a popular manifestation theory that was proposed by the philosopher Neville Goddard, who created what is called the law of assumption. And the law of assumption states that our reality is an extension of our consciousness and our belief systems. Therefore, we attract that which we are. Therefore, we create that which we be. Therefore, our internal world, our inner consciousness, is created in our external reality. So our external reality is always a reflection of what is going on inside. So therefore, if that is true, we can change our belief systems to manifest things and create things in our external reality. So with Lucky Girl Syndrome, where that piece comes in, is that if we assume that we are always lucky, therefore, based on the law of assumption, we are also able to attract lucky circumstances into our lives. So that sounds pretty good, right? We create that which we are. So if we believe that we are lucky and that if we believe that everything always works out for us, then we manifest those things and then life just happens to flow for us. So when it comes to making Lucky Girl Syndrome work for you, the majority of people out there in the spiritual community are talking about using Lucky Girl Syndrome as a way to affirm to yourself that you are lucky. So step one in the Lucky Girl manifestation process, according to a lot of people in the spiritual community, is to affirm to yourself that you are lucky. So writing affirmations, speaking affirmations, and believing in affirmations of I am lucky, everything always works out for me, I'm the person who always has lucky things happen to me. Really stating those affirmations and believing in them wholeheartedly is where you really get this process started. Now, affirmations can change the subconscious mind. I have found when I have implemented an affirmation practice, so stating affirmations a certain number of times per day for a certain number of days, that has really worked for me when I have done it consistently. So for example, it takes 21 days to make a habit, right? So if it takes 21 days to make a habit, we can change our belief systems in 21 days by stating an affirmation over and over and over again for 21 days until we really believe it to be true. So you can absolutely give that a try by stating the belief system that I am lucky, or everything good happens to me, nothing, everything always works out for me. And by the way, with affirmations, you always want to state them in the positive language. You never want to state an affirmation in negative language, such as, I am not an unlucky person, because your consciousness cannot distinguish between negative language and positive language. So stating things in the affirmative in positive language is the best way to create an affirmation practice. So with Lucky Girl Syndrome, again, where we can get started is by stating those affirmations of I am a lucky person, everything good always works out for me, everything in general always works out for me, and stating those a few times a day. Maybe you want to state them for 1 minute every single day for 21 days can absolutely help you get started with this process. However, what I have found as a spiritual practitioner is that affirmations are generally not enough to change one's consciousness, because your consciousness is made up of your unconscious mind as well as your conscious mind. The unconscious mind, of course, can be broken down into the unconscious and the subconscious mind. We can be running in our unconscious and subconscious mind negative belief systems that can be counteractive to the affirmations that we are stating about being lucky. So, where this can get really sticky is that if you're keeping up this lucky girl manifestation affirmation practice, but your subconscious mind is believing the opposite to be true, you may find this practice fun for a week or two, but overall, it's probably not going to be able to help you in the long run. Now, the law of assumption also states that it is possible to rewrite your belief systems. But in order to do that, you're going to need to figure out what those negative beliefs are first. So here's what you can do. And here's what I would encourage you to start with if you want to give Lucky Girl Syndrome a try in your own life, if you want to use this as your new manifestation method. Before you get started with the affirmations, I want you to do a bit of journaling around where in your life you feel unlucky. Just like we were talking about at the beginning of the video, where it seems like most people have one or two or three or a lot of areas in their life that are challenging, whether for you that's romantic love, money and abundance, career, friendship, family life, whatever that is for you. Identifying those areas of your life where you feel unlucky. So starting there. And then once you've sort of gotten clear around that, perhaps they're already coming into your mind now, those areas of your life, I want you to journal a bit about the specific situations, people, repeating patterns, or things in that area of your life that are coming up that make you feel unlucky. Once you've done that, let's take it a layer deeper. And I want you to ask yourself the question, what do you believe about yourself as a result of feeling unlucky in that area of your life? So let's say, for example, that you are unlucky in love. No matter how many dates you go on or people that you match with on the dating apps, you still haven't been able to find your person, your soulmate, the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So in your journaling, you may discover that you have been attracting the type of person who cannot commit to you, who will not meet your needs, who is not open to communicate and is a really, poor communicator with you, and who ghosts and perhaps, runs out at the last minute. And perhaps you take it a step deeper and you discover, if I'm really looking at this and the fact that people are always running away, they're never able to commit, I am realizing and noticing that I'm pushing these people away. And I'm realizing that the belief underneath that is that I am unworthy of love. So what I really want you to distill down, once you've written out why you feel unlucky, distilling that down into what belief is underneath all of that. Do you feel, here's some ideas. Do you feel unworthy of the thing that you want? Do you feel undeserving? Do you feel like you are a bad person and therefore you can't have that thing? Do you feel like you are unlovable and therefore you can't have the thing that you want? Do you feel like you're not good enough? No matter what you do, no matter how you show up, you are not good enough. And simply by hearing some of those words, you may have already identified, I know which belief is the one that's really at the root of what's going on for me. So you can take some time to really journal about this, and I really want you to encourage yourself to go deep into this. and into that area of your life where you do feel unlucky. You can absolutely take a look at my videos on this channel about shadow work, because they will give you some ideas of how to shift the energy around this and how to do some healing around this. But once you get to the root of what the negative belief is, then you can show your conscious mind, this isn't true. And once you've journaled to get to the root of the negative belief, the next thing you can journal on is why that belief is not true. So let's say we're using the love example again. Let's say you've gotten to the root that you are unworthy of love because your dad wasn't in the picture in this lifetime, and so therefore partners can't commit to you because your dad was never able to commit to you, and you feel like you are the root cause of that. Once you see that, you're able, in this next journaling piece, to write down, I know that I am worthy of love and that I did not create the circumstance with my dad walking out on me. I'm not responsible for that. My dad did not walk out because of me. And really showing your conscious mind that those negative unconscious beliefs are not true. And you can write out all of the ways in which those beliefs are not true. I am worthy of love because I am me. I am worthy of love because I am amazing just for being my most magical self. I am worthy of love because I am such an angelic, galactic, cool being on this planet. So really getting to the root of those negative beliefs is going to help you to implement Lucky Girl Syndrome so that you can be in your most lucky energy, and so that those affirmations can work. So doing the deep healing work and the shadow work to help extract those negative beliefs from your subconscious is going to be a super key piece of doing this work for you. Another way that you can think about this from an energetic perspective, because I talk a lot about energetics on this channel, is I personally perceive every human being to be a living, breathing energy field, a living, breathing auric field. Your auric field represents your vibration. We always talk about how to raise your vibration in the spiritual community, right? So your energy field represents your vibration. If you are living with a ton of negative unconscious beliefs about yourself and your life, those are going to represent heavy, dense, lower vibrational energies existing in your auric field that are pulling down your vibration. In order to manifest the things that you want, you're going to need to raise your vibration to such a place so that you can become an energetic match for the things that you want. And in order to do that, you're going to need to do the inner healing work to let go of all of the subconscious beliefs that are negatively impacting you, again, to raise your vibration to be that in that lucky energy. Otherwise, you can't be a match for lucky circumstances if your auric field is screaming that you are an unlucky person. So a lot of different things for you to think about this. So for me personally, with this practice, I have only become more lucky in doing the inner healing work and in doing the deep shadow work to get to a vibrational place where I am lucky. And therefore, I attract lucky circumstances. So the purpose, again, of this video is to show you that Lucky Girl Syndrome can work. However, we also can't spiritually bypass or forget about the inner healing and the shadow work that we need to do in order to get there. So after hearing this video, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, all of this sounds great, but how do I do the healing work? And I am going to invite you now into a completely free Lucky Girl Syndrome Manifestation Masterclass that I've designed to teach you how to do just that, we're going to be talking about a lot of the different elements of some of the different puzzle pieces of this and how to create a manifestation practice for you that really works and that works for you and that is tailored and custom to you. So that Lucky Girl Manifestation Masterclass, hopefully you're watching this video before it happens, but it is currently happening on February 2nd, 2023 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you feel called to join that masterclass, again, it's completely free. You can check it out at the caption. There will be a link there for you to register. You just have to put in your name and email, and you'll get a link to the Zoom link. And if you can't join us live, you'll get a link to the replay as soon as it is out. But definitely join us for this masterclass if you know that this is the year that you are dedicating yourself to your healing work, to your healing journey. And also, if you really just want to learn some new manifestation tips and techniques, if you want to add new dimension and depth to your manifestation practice, this is going to be a really awesome way for you to do just that. And I hope that this makes your day and helps you feel lucky, that you've stumbled upon a really awesome free body of work that is going to help you to manifest everything that you possibly could desire this year. So I cannot wait to have you in that special masterclass. It's going to be so much fun. Perhaps we will get to meet face to face. If you've been watching this channel for a while, I would love to see you there. So go register now. I hope that this video helped you. I hope that you learned something about Lucky Girl Syndrome. Perhaps it's different than what you see out there on other social media channels. And so if that is true, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Comment below what resonated with you. And otherwise, I'm sending you off for a very lucky day. We are setting the intention that your day today be full of lucky, high vibe energy where you are calling in everything that you could possibly imagine today. So go enjoy your day, and I will see you very soon.